So, hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to transform this Nikon D70s into a full spectrum camera, and you will see it's really easy. If you do so, you will be able to make really stunning photos as the one as you will see just now. Okay, so these are some photos I made with another camera, a D70 that I already converted like 2 years ago. I have converted a few, and then yeah, today I decided to show to you how to do this, and then it's really simple. You just need to open the camera and then take this small window here, which is the one which is in front of the sensor, and then we will replace it by a clear one made of quartz, which I have here. I cut it this week, and then with this you will be able to less the bandwidth from 200 nanometers to 1100 nanometers pass through this glass. And then the CCD sensor, I think, is sensitive between 280 nanometers and 1100 nanometers. So you will be able to do many creative things with this. And then to do the conversion is extremely simple. I'll start just now. Remove the battery, and then we'll start by removing the back of the camera. Okay, you will notice, let me show you, I will put the screws in the same distribution, and they are in the back here of the camera. So when I'm going to reassemble, I have the right order of the screws, because you will notice in a few seconds that the length of all screws is not exactly the same. This one is still the same. This one, I'm pretty sure it is not. You see, this one is longer. One short again. These ones here don't need to be removed. These are the ones who hold this plate for the screw for the tripod. So I remove that light which was bothering. Okay, so this screw here, and then this last one here, just be below the lens here. Okay, so these are all the screws for the bottom, and then we just need to remove 4 screws here on the side. So 2 here, and a smaller screwdriver. And then two screws here on this side. Okay, so I removed all the screws I needed, and now I can start by just taking away the bottom, which normally it is easy since I removed all the screws. I forgot one maybe. No, up. You see, it comes, and then you find yourself with this. There's nothing to be worried about, because the only thing that needs to be removed, I think, is this one. Just raise this black thing here. Did you see that it moves? Just simply raise it, and then we already removed the screws for the back here. Okay. Okay, so the one I just removed here is to remove the screen here, as you can see, and then here we reach the part which has the sensor, and then here we just need to remove these 4 screws. So one screw, this I can remove. So 3rd screw, and then last screw. Here I just need to remove this. Here, so I can pull this small cable here. Okay, and then there's one last connector here. Okay, so you see here you have the shutter of the camera, and then here I have the sensor. So I will put the camera aside for a while, and then here you simply need to let me zoom. Okay, so here I just need to remove these 4 screws here. Okay, so we can remove this part here. Pay attention to the small screws. Then there is another part here. You just need to pull it, as I just did. And then here you have the window that we want to replace. Yes, as usually. Yeah. Okay, you see, this is the window as I showed to you before. I will put this one aside, and then I'll take my quartz window that I cut in the beginning of the week. I'm going to clean it. I will probably make a video on how to cut quartz, because it is not an immediate thing you get, but then after some practice it is actually quite easy. But be ready to break some samples in the beginning. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to make a video about that. Okay, so okay, there is one thing I'm going to try here is this quartz here is 1.5 millimeters thick, and then this window that we just removed is 1.3 millimeters thick. So we just need to see if how the focal plane is going to change, and then if there is a big difference here anyway, because I have already tried with 1 millimeter and it works just fine. So the one I'm going to try now for the first time is the 1.5 millimeters. Okay, the size of the cut is just perfect. The cleaning of my glass is not perfect. Okay, just let me get some isopropyl alcohol. Getting a perfect cleaning, because yeah, that's some small bottle which has probably got dirty. I have a bigger bottle which pure isopropyl alcohol just for the cleanings. Okay, as usual, as I say, in camera working and lens repair, the most complicated part and the most work is always the cleaning. Everything else is just easy. Okay, looks clean to me. Okay, now it is clean, and then we can reassemble. We will see, as I told you before, which results we get with this. It's the first time I'm trying a 1.5 millimeter window. Before I have already used 1 millimeter windows, and they work just fine. But then my reasoning, I don't know if it is correct actually, is to say that actually if I take 1.5 millimeters I will be closer to the actual thickness of the window, which is 1.3, so I will be 1/10 of a millimeter closer than with the 1 millimeter window. So we'll see. Well, we see that everything mounts just fine. I just need probably two. Okay, so we did the replacement of the window with a quartz one. One advantage of this, of the quartz, is that it's also very hard. So you don't have risk of creating scratches on it or stuff like that. Okay, now we're going to reassemble the camera. Let me zoom back so you can see the whole thing. So we put a small connector here, then I put the sensor. This thing and this cable here, I always get not troubles with it, but you need to make sure that it goes in straight, otherwise you will reassemble the camera and think it doesn't work, and then it is just because the cable is not doing proper contact. So yeah, you saw it went in and then it is quite straight. So I can close this thing. I can put the screws for the sensor. Okay, so and then this D70 cameras, I think I already said before, they are found second hand, like everywhere. I have like 5 or 6 at home, and then I think I paid the most expensive one, like $40, and that was with a lens. And then what I do when I have some time is I just do the full spectrum conversion. Initially I was just removing the glass, and that works too, but then I realized that I was never getting like a sharp result, so then I decided to put actual quartz windows that you can find. This is something that can be found easily on the internet, and then yeah, the deal is you're not probably going to get it to the size you want, so you will have to learn how to cut glass, or pay a lot of money for what we're doing just now. And as you can see, is nothing out of this world. So my advice is practice some glass cutting, and then you will save a lot of money. Okay, so we're putting the back here. So again, the same exercise of inserting the connector, and then if we're lucky, and we put the screws, and the camera is going to work at the first shot. Okay, slide in. Okay, it looks well connected. Then we put this here. You need to pay attention when you do the insertion, because there is the USB connector here, so you need that one to get before and then put the rest in. Okay, so let's just put one screw. Okay, so we put one screw here just to hold everything. I had the video that stopped because the camera ran out of battery. Yeah, stupid me. And then we put the battery. We test that the camera is turning on, the screen is working, and then the final test is to check if it takes a photo, and if it does, that's it. We have done a full spectrum conversion of this camera. So I have this lens here. So this is a lens I'm going to repair. So you will see also on my channel a video on how to put this lens again. So this is a Nikon 50mm 1.2 AI, which is not in very good condition, but we're going to fix that. Okay, so okay, I think I should go faster. Let me just focus on something. Okay. Okay. Here you go, a picture. So this is it. We have converted the camera to full spectrum. You saw it took 20 minutes to disassemble and reassemble the camera. I'm just going to put the missing screws, and then that's it. So enjoy your conversion, and let me know what you think in comments, and then if you can share your photos in infrared or ultraviolet, or your photos in the experimental photography group that we have in Facebook, which is the group with the lens repair group. So this you can join too. So that's all. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.